I'm all packed up and hitting the trail. Did a terrible job of documenting my stay or my arrival or my setup at Peck's Corner. Just kind of got absorbed into the social life of the shelter. There were quite a few people already there, and quite a few more showed up as the evening progressed. So it was pretty crowded, but pretty enjoyable. And we've got about a quarter of a mile hike up to the AT from here.
Can I get a picture of you two together?
Yeah, sure.
Right, it's it. Yeah, like with like.
My hair's explosion.
Oh, trust me, this is so photogenic. Yeah. If I have y'all standing in there is good. Let me see if the light's on it.
Explosion. Your backpack exploded. It's an explosion.
Actually, I'm gonna do something. This is gonna look a little funny. And maybe put your arms around each other. Great. And you don't have to smile. It can just kind of be a soft smile. Awesome. 1, 2, 3. Take one more like that just to make sure I got it. Awesome. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you guys. If it turns out, I'll send it to you. Oh. My name is Half Pint. I started through hiking on March 3rd. I always told myself that if I were to ever through hike the Appalachian Trail, I'd have to do so with my camera. I'm a professional photographer. I've been a professional photographer for 16 years. And yeah, I really love to backpack. I love to hike. I hike about 1,000 miles a year anyway. And I really, a couple years ago, decided that I wanted to through hike. And like I said, my camera was my non-negotiable. So this is my Fuji TX1 camera, and I bought it specifically for hiking. I always told myself, like, if I ever feel like I did really well in my career, that I would treat myself and buy myself one of these. But it shoots regular 35mm frames, kind of like what you'd see like digital pictures. So it's about like this, but I can also shoot panoramics with it. So I can shoot frames that look like this, more cinematic, like ultra wide frames.
And they're not cropped down, they're just wider but full height on the film? Okay.
Exactly. No, this camera naturally shoots these huge panoramic frames. So a couple years ago, I section hiked in the Smokies, and I realized, like, for me as a photographer, that the only way I feel like I could even begin to capture the landscape is through panoramics.
Mm-hmm.
I was really struggling to photograph it other ways. So yeah, I bought this camera a few years ago, and I did a rim to rim to rim in the Grand Canyon with it, and I shot a bunch of Kodak Portrait 800 and 400 speed films, so really rich colors. And then last year was like my formal like test drive of through hiking, and I through hiked in Scotland and did 156 miles from Glasgow up to Loch Ness, and I shot about 20 rolls of Ilford black and white film during that, and that kind of opened this like new window for me to hike with my camera, and I realized that just the immense potential of documenting through hiking, hiking in general, and just I love like photographing landscapes. I do photograph landscapes sometimes, but actually like a lot of the work I've been doing out here is like portraits, and also like photographing people hiking through the landscapes, so that the landscapes can be seen to scale, because sometimes it's easier, I think, for humans to get an idea of a landscape when there's another human in it, and you can get an idea of just how vast and great these spaces are. But yeah, it's a big reason I'm through hiking. I don't even know if I would be through hiking if I didn't have my camera. It's a really big part of who I am, and yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you. Hope to see you on the trail.
All right.
More.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Jesus. Why is this so fluffy? Am I rolling? Yes. I guess you got all that. Good morning. It's day 27 It's a Saturday, which is neither here nor there for me. Leaving Peck's Corner a little bit late because I stopped and chatted with a lot of people. Got some footage of me chatting with a lot of people, some of the people, which is really cool. I mean, for me, that's kind of new territory, breaking out of my shell. Not the chatting with people, but the asking their permission to potentially be on my YouTube channel as a featured interview, or even just in the background, and then finding out a little bit about their story. Oh, it's hazy today. Look at that line. Somewhat a view, but I can't get my face out of the shadows because there's a tree right there. Today I'm hiking from Peck's Corner to Cosby Knob shelter. It's a 13 point something miles. Last full day in the Smokies. Tomorrow we exit. Here we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
Major Tom.
Major Tom. Coming back from my mountain.
Okay, great.
That's my nickname, Amy. I like that.
Hey, no problem.
Have a good hike.
You too. I gave my first trail name last night, or yesterday evening, to Major Tom. So, had a good time in the shelter last night. Hey, I'm leaving Tri-Corner shelter after a brief snack break. Oh, it was warm in the sun and it was cool in the shade. So I'm probably gonna go I'm gonna do 4 miles. It's like 8 miles to the end of the day. So I'll probably do 4, then have lunch, and then 4.
Oh,
Another one?
Please, if I may.
Yeah. Is that what happened?
I graduated at 17. I did a year of work in the conservation field.
I don't know if you can see it. This is another one of those little sections that feels like it was 2 stone walls that were filled in to make kind of a rampart to walk across. So you wouldn't have to like climb down into this gully and then back up to the other side. But I wonder how long ago that was built. There's a few of them throughout the Smokies. You almost don't even notice them. You just think that's the way the shape of the mountain is. But if you kind of peek over the edge, you can see that there's a rock wall on either side. Often enough, there's a rock wall on one side, like right here. But every once in a while, there'll be one where there's a rock wall on 2 sides. It's shady, I can take that off. Just finished up a, well, more than a snack break. I guess technically it was a lunch break based on the consumption of food, not based on the time of day or where it fell in my day. Yeah, these last few miles, since it turned into a downhill, it's been ups and downs all day, and now, moderate ups and downs. It's been a very strenuous, free day, very relatively easy day, but since it turned to downhill, it's been a nice gradual downhill, but very, very rocky, and that's been really beating up my feet. My knees are doing wonderfully, but my feet are taking a beating today. And I talked to a couple other hikers, and they kind of said the same thing. It's all feet and ankles. Anyway, like I said, just over an hour to get to shelter. And a nice cool breeze when I came around that corner. And hopefully there will be some place for me to hammock.
Slept up on a fire tower one night. Some people, we went to the NRC together the next day, but they went and got a place up at Albert Mountain. Yeah, not Albert Mountain. It was just a wooden.
All right. All the best trees are taken by bear cable. And I believe these were the two trees I used the last time I camped at this campsite. This might work. It's about 3 feet further apart than I'm comfortable with, or than I'm used to, but I should be able to do it. So let's set up and see how it goes. Oh, there's another hammock down there.